Bonjour! The 4 emergency numbers I wish I'd known as an expat living abroad. If you want to avoid the scary situation I experienced in Ireland, I was 19 and not prepared for what happened, watch this video until the end as I will also share with you a bonus number special for expats. I'm Giga, a French serial expat from Lyon, and also a global mobility professional for the past 12 years. I blog at Expat in France to help non-French speaking expats to navigate the French culture and the French red tape. Today we're going to talk about emergency numbers in France and how to make an emergency call. Let's dive in. Have you ever had to make an emergency call in a foreign country and in a foreign language? I can tell you this is very stressful. I had to make an emergency call in Ireland when I was a student and I was 19 at the time. I fell down the stairs. I thought I'd broke my ankle. I was really scared. It was very painful and I had no idea what the Irish emergency number was. Thankfully, my flatmate was with me and she made the call for me. This misadventure made me realize how important this is to know the local emergency numbers if something happens. Finger crossed nothing will ever do, but we never know. So take a pen and paper, write these numbers and pin it on your fridge for all your family to see. The first number you should know for medical emergency, the ambulances, is the 15. We call it the SAMU in France. The SAMU is a free service. No need to have insurance to receive emergency assistance. How great is that, right? However, when the ambulance brings you to the hospital, you will still need to pay the hospital bill, but not the SAMU service. Then the second number is the 17 for the police, and then the 18 for the fire brigade, also called les pompiers in French. Now, let's focus on the medical emergency call. What should you say when making such a call? There are 5 main things that you should be prepared to say on a medical emergency call. First, you should give your full name. Second, you should give the address or the location where you are when making the call. 3, describe what happened. Explain the situation, maybe the hardest part and the stress if you're not confident in French. Then 4, tell them how many people are injured. And finally 5, what actions have you already taken? Have you already taken pills? Have you done CPR? Basically, how have you helped the person injured? The other person over the phone will tell you what to do while waiting for the ambulance. Then, when should you call the medical emergency number? The number 15. Call the 15 only if you are unable to go and see your doctor or go to the nearest hospital. The SAMU will come with the doctor in the ambulance and not only paramedics, as it might be the case in some other countries. They should be called only for serious medical emergencies. Then, when not to call the emergency number. Let's say you've been ill for a few days and you're not getting any better. You are worried, and in that situation, you should not call the 15. Before, call your GP, your doctor, for an appointment or medical advice. If you do not have a GP yet, you can find a number on doctorlib.com. You will find the link on the description below. But in case of a minor emergency, I'd recommend calling SOS Médecins. They are the on-call doctors that will come to your home. SOS Médecins numbers are different in every French region, but you can easily find the relevant number on Google by typing SOS Médecins plus the city where you are. The doctor will come to your home, give you assistance and a prescription if needed. This service is reimbursed by the French Social Security, called CPAM, but you should always pay the full price of the consultation often in cash or checks. Yes, checks are still used a lot in France. Many doctors do not have a card machine. You will find a video about how to use checks in France up there. Also, the SAMU should not be called for medical advice or medical information. If you need medical information, please call your GP or the next number, the best number to know for expats living in Europe. Ta-da! This is the number you want to remember if you feel that you can't make the call in French. The Pan-European emergency number, the 112, or the 114 by text for people with hearing disabilities. They have call centers with interpreters of about 40 different languages, so you will be able to make the call in English or your mother tongue if available. Another great tip for travelers when borders will open again, you can call the 112 from any European country and you will get assistance from the local emergency service with interpreters. So it's a great number to have in mind when you go on a European trip, for example. Also, don't forget your European health insurance card for coverage, which you can request from the French CPAM easily. You will find more information in this video up there about the European health insurance card. So let's sum up. First, the 15 is for ambulances, the medical emergency called SAMU in France. Then the 17 is for the police, and the 18 is for the fire brigade called les pompiers. And then the 112 or 114 for people with hearing disabilities is the Pan-European Emergency Assistance number, where you can get assistance and medical advice in about 40 different languages in any EU country. If you've had an experience of French medical emergency assistance, it could help others to share your experience in the comments below. If you like this video, please give a like by clicking on the thumbs up below and subscribe to my channel to encourage me. Thank you for watching. Merci et à bientôt!